Yeah, I'm.
Is this content us being angry?
Oh yeah, it is.
Actually, yeah.
Do you know Game Grumps?
Do you know Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yes.
There we
It's
go.
good content.
That was-
Anger. For anybody who's watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry because our video is shit because we haven't figured out the proper setup yet, and we do not know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
We have absolutely no idea. It's because you were saying we haven't figured it out yet. I don't think we will figure it out.
We will at some point because you just switched the setting and we were like, oh, this fixed it.
True.
And now it's
True.
broken again.
And then it turns out it did not fix it. So, oops.
I mean, we can figure it out later in the sense of like upgrades. Because currently, if for anybody who doesn't know, we are filming this on Deemer's phone, which is just an iPhone connected to a PC.
We're professionals.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't even know, are we going to keep this in the podcast? Who knows? Because we were going to do it on my fancy camera, but it was too much of a pain in the ass to set it up.
It was a pain in the ass.
It really was.
And it didn't work at some point.
No, there was something didn't work.
Something was laggy, and we were like, this is too much.
Exactly. And then I don't even remember how we got the idea of using my phone, but here we are. It worked.
We're working.
Well, we are a audio medium primarily.
Yes, of course.
So
as long as
fine.
that's good, we're good. Imagine if we hire an editor and we give that person like pointers, and they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they will say, "Hi, I cannot fix this. This is unfixable audio. This is literally impossible."
Hi, this is your episode that you requested. I will not be keeping touch.
Please remove my contact information.
But you're my best friend of 15 years. No, not anymore. Not after this.
Yeah, not after what I've been subjected to. Fair enough, to be honest.
Anyway,
we should introduce the podcast.
Yes, if we're actually gonna keep this, we'll see.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a long intro. If not, welcome to One Corner Missing, where there's one corner missing apparently.
Yay, he said it poorly.
Deemer wants to do a tagline, but I just keep doing something else every single time.
Yeah, that's true. We should do where you say welcome to One Corner Missing, and then I say the other part that I'm very peculiar about for some reason.
Or you can always introduce with that, and
then you say something.
I'll just be doing something else every single time.
I'm worried about what you're going to do, though. We can test it.
We can test
are you ready for a
see.
test drive? Okay, so I'm going to start the introduction right now. You ready?
No.
Well, we're really good at improvising.
Hey, welcome to our improv class.
Yeah. Can you give me a word?
Give us a word.
Apples. No. We should do an improv show.
It's called rejection.
It's called no.
No, please.
No, I don't know how you're gonna write that, but no.
Just like
with some accents. We need some accents.
with like letters that get keeping small. Yep. Whoa! I had a stroke. With letters that get smaller.
Okay, we are off to one hell of an episode so far.
A stroke, a weird introduction.
What do you mean weird? Completely normal.
My name is Sav. Hello.
Thank God you didn't say your name this time.
Oh yeah,
you would have.
The last time was butchered.
That was hilarious.
I don't know why we're still keeping like the not real names.
I'm like meh, whatever about it. It's just that I hate saying my name in English.
Understandable.
It's it's an annoying name to say in it because it's like an Italian/Spanish name, and it's just like it sounds weird. And if it's just weird. I feel like yours works perfectly. Mine is like I don't know what to do with this.
I'm just not familiar yet with my own name because I've been going through life.
Oh yeah,
as somebody else apparently.
Yeah. I really like your name.
Everybody says name. That. Yeah,
I really
every single
like
time
it.
I'm like, this is my name. They're like, why are you using the other one? I'm
not
like,
to be an asshole, but I like it more than your chosen name.
Same. Now that I've come to realize, yes, but during like high school, the teachers couldn't pronounce it, and they were like, I know
it's not that hard.
I know
it's fucking 3.
Literally 3 letters.
3 letters.
And they're like, I'm like, okay, just use that easy one that all Belgians understand.
Isn't it funny that they had no problem with my name?
Weird.
Which is significantly longer and, let's be honest, more complicated.
And they also pronounce like very complicated like Arabic names. I'm like, what the fuck?
But like the 3 letter name, that's literally just the way you read it.
The thing is, they butchered the emphasis. So they always added some kind of a twirl at the end. Weirdly enough, yeah. They couldn't just say the 3 letters as you pronounce them normally.
Hilarious.
Yeah, 3-letter word name, Tom.
Yeah.
They wouldn't say Tom. They would say like Tom or Toim or something weird. I shit you not.
Sign my petition to pronounce Thomas Toim. I like that.
Hello, Toim.
I'm into that. Yeah. So that's really good.
It's Billie Jean.
She's not my lover. She's just a girl who said that I am the one.
Might be the one.
But the kid is not my son. I keep telling you this.
that drove it home. I was like, where's this bit going to?
That's all I got, man. Welcome to our improv show.
Rip-off show.
Should we do an improv show called Rip-Off where we just let people pay money and then we say, give us a word, we say no to the word and then we walk off the stage?
And then just continue talking about something completely else.
Yeah, I would be into that.
Improv.
Have you ever been to an improv show?
No. I find them cringy.
Yeah.
I've always seen like references to it in movies or something.
And they're
like
almost
that.
always cringy references, so they don't really sell it. Some of the podcasts that I enjoy the most are by people who do improv.
Okay.
So I know improv people are funny. Mm-hmm. The way they like on the spot make connections is incredibly funny. And yet something about watching it live fills me with a deep sense of desolation and despair. And I don't know why, because it might be great. It might be so funny. But maybe it's just like you're just sitting there with a bunch of strangers, occasionally going, you know? I don't know if I'm ready for
understand. That. And for me, it's more, I feel shame or like uncomfortable. I don't know why. I have the same with comedians. There were some random comedians and some of the friends were like, "Oh, we're going there. You want to join us?" I was like, "Okay, whatever."
I want to hear everything.
I don't have anything to do, and
then you wish you did.
I wish I left because I don't know. It was first of all, it was in Dutch. That's already cringy for me.
That's strike one.
I don't know why Dutch is just it doesn't do it for me. And
I also haven't heard a lot of like good music in my language, like good flow, good poetry, good like good lyrics, which I think is why I'm like, oh, it's kind of not good.
I'm very not attracted to any song or poem or whatever that's being like written or performed in Dutch. I don't know why.
I wouldn't say poem. I will say there are some good poets in my language, but rare, very rare.
Yeah, exactly, very rare. Yeah. I've heard a couple of good ones, but still, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's because you grew up in the language.
I don't know if like people who speak a different language feel that way about their own language. I don't think so.
I don't feel different. I felt a long time that was not. It was weird. The same like I have with Dutch, but I don't have that same disgust as for the
like
Dutch.
you're okay with hearing it, and you might listen to music that has it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, see, right? This is what I mean. Yeah. But and this is this is really so. Maybe if someone knows of like really good musicians in Dutch, Flemish, whatever, let us let us know. Maybe we need to have a more open mind.
My mind is open. I just need links. To reference, input me, daddy, with Dutch music. we need source material.
We need source material.
Yes,
we do. That could be one of our segments.
Source material.
Input me.
Input me.
Input me. Input me, please. That's not.
Oh, I was thinking like, why is it so funny to me? Because it's like they release me.
They release me. My goodness.
Input me.
Incredible. I hope you've had a good day so far.
I haven't done shit.
So you have had a fantastic day, is what you're telling me.
I'm just like recovering from the week. I took a shower. I cleaned myself a little bit, like my beard and stuff, and just hung out.
I thought you were going to say I took a shit. As soon as you said I took a shit, my brain was like, Jesus.
No, not the poop episode again.
Why would you say this? And then you didn't, and then I said it.
I mean, I haven't had a shit today, so maybe later today.
I did this. I caused this.
Thanks for asking. You started this.
That's a great question.
This one's on you.
How are you doing today? Have you had a shit yet? Have you had a shit or taken a shit? I guess taken.
taken.
Which is weird because you take it, which is not usually what you do when you go to the toilet.
I was thinking the
Right?
same, like
You don't usually
taking a
take
shit.
it.
Yeah.
You usually leave it.
Maybe the origin of taking a shit is like the poop the burglars.
The poop demon.
The poop demon. Oh, I'm gonna take your shit. No.
I'm a little bit worried about the phrasing of taking a shit now.
So in English, it's actually always I took a shit.
Right? Great, we have a second shit episode.
Yes.
God damn it. And it's all my fault.
Yes,
I'm aware
you
of
started
this.
this.
It is
you started
me.
this. There are like different ways of describing going to the toilet. One of my favorite one is riding the porcelain horse.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's
That's
very
nice.
good.
Yeah, I
I
like
know.
that one. That's
There
not
are
bad at all.
very like disgusting humor ones,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna.
I like
I'm not gonna repeat them.
The very, I don't know what the word is, like the very ephemeral, like really dancing around the subjecty ones. Those are the best ones, like
Yeah.
riding the porcelain horse. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? It's like, I think they used to say, like, I'm going to go powder my nose or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically, you're going to go
Sniff some
have
drugs.
some cocaine,
Yeah.
as it were.
How was your day? I'm trying to
Well,
steer
it was
steer
great.
away
I
from the
took a-
poop subject. Yeah, like I have the most explosive diarrhea this morning.
My
Just
God.
painted the walls brown.
Oh, I just got a message on my laptop that says, everyone stop listening.
Yeah, bling.
Yeah. That's
Hello?
really weird that it says that before we've even released the episode,
Yeah.
isn't it? Wow. Isn't technology great? It's AI.
Like your friends are just like preemptively sending you stuff like, could you stop talking
Yeah.
about poop?
Yeah.
Are you talking about poop
Yeah.
again?
And I am.
I'm sensing my poop sense is
Yeah.
tingling.
I think we should develop an AI system because it's so hot right now to talk about.
Oh yeah,
It's so
AI
hot.
is
AI is so
happening.
hot right now. And it's going to be one that as you record an episode, the AI says, this is nothing.
Nuh-uh.
You need to stop. You need to stop this immediately. Divert. Different subject, please.
I can generate better garbage in a second than what you just talked about.
Yeah, if we want to talk about like good ethical use of AI, I think that's it. That's the one that we
Poop
need.
stopper.
Yeah, just the one that listens to guys, especially guys like us,
Oh, yeah.
recording a podcast, and it goes like, stop this immediately.
You just see like instead of a clippy, just like a giant like a microphone going.
This is garbage.
Stop right now!
You're saying garbage again. That's what we need to
I'm
develop.
canceling you now.
This might be the thing that gives us all the wealth and the money that we've so desperately been chasing all this.
Oh
year,
yeah,
all this
we
time.
need to develop an anti-bro AI
Yeah. I really like that.
podcast, anti-podcast AI,
Yeah.
including us.
Absolutely.
10
We're-
episodes just down the drain.
We're doing that thing where it's like we're gonna change it from within the system.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
But then, we'll become corrupted by the podcasting industry that we will definitely be a part of. And we're not just podcasting industry and then us here in the corner like, hi. We're definitely part of the industry.
Oh yeah. Where like heavy hitters, big names get sponsors next week, 100%.
Big names, big faces,
Okay,
brands.
brands, big faces as well.
Just really like sizable craniums.
Oh yes.
And like really small, like the face is big, the surface of the face is big, but the actual face features being
Very small.
eyes, that's
Yeah.
like right in the
And
middle.
one thick vein.
Are we still talking about the face?
We're talking about the poop again.
Wait, that shouldn't be in your poop. Hey,
No.
you should go see a doctor.
Yeah.
I saw my doctor today.
One veiny poop.
You asked me how I've been doing. Well, I went to
Oh,
the
yeah.
doctor today. I had a stress fracture. I probably talked about it on the pod. If not, good, because who cares?
So I'm sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you for a small second.
Ooh.
Because we're just talking about poop, veins, and then you're like stress fracture.
It's all related.
Oh yeah.
So the stress fracture was in my butt. No, it was not. It was
One of the ridges just popped.
that does happen.
It is called an hemorrhoid.
Yeah, we should really stop talking.
I know.
This is horrible.
Yes.
We're like literally looking at each other like we need to stop doing this. Dig,
and,
dig,
and
dig.
our mouth are just going
Yeah.
into a completely different direction.
Oh my goodness. So I had it's called stress fracture. It's basically something you get when you put a little bit too much repetitive strain on a part of your, in my case, lower leg.
Thank you for specifying which part there was,
Exactly.
because you were being like very vague for the
Very
whole
vague.
time.
So it's like a little bit above my ankle. I still don't know how I got it. I just started walking more and doing more gym, and then
it's my
body.
fault, I think.
I guess, but it's also, I guess, my fault for not for immediately going full hog. It's a thing that can happen, apparently. I know my bones are kind of garbage anyway, so I'm not shocked. Usually, if you're physically active, it does improve your bone density a little bit.
It doesn't improve, it sustains it.
Because it doesn't make it worse.
Yeah,
exactly.
It doesn't make it worse.
That's basically.
There's no way of improving it at our age. Apparently, if you're very young, you need to do a lot of high impact sports, so your bone density gets
very young,
bigger.
like 6 years old. You have to go do some high impact sports
before 18, I think.
Just let me have this idea of these 6-year-olds doing gymnastics.
No, ew.
Like
ew.
6-year-old, like
ew.
Doing the long jump.
Ew.
Like. I don't know what a 6-year-old looks like. I just realized I might just be in my head. It's just like the shape of a baby, but a little bit bigger.
Okay,
but that's not a 6-year-old. 6-year-olds are a little bit more advanced than babies.
I'm just gonna steer this conversation somewhere else because we're not talking about 6-year-olds doing gym.
We've been the topics have been really bad.
Okay, but stress fracture. Why is it so difficult to say?
It is quite a challenge. It's,
is it healing?
Yes, but it has taken a long time.
Since when did you have it?
About 6 months ago.
6?
Whoa, no, absolutely not.
Holy shit. Are you still thinking about the 6-year-olds?
6 weeks. 6 weeks, not 6 months.
Okay.
Sorry about that. About 6 weeks ago. But it takes about 12 weeks, apparently, for it to fully heal.
So you're like halfway through, roughly.
Yeah, and it's gotten a lot better. So what used to happen is I would walk and it would start hurting. That doesn't happen anymore. But the doctor, and I went to the doctor and I was like, I'm healed.
I'm a healed man.
Whatever. I can go back to like doing like crazy leg day exercises tomorrow or later today. You can't stop me. And so I sit down and he like puts his like 2 fingers like on a specific like area of the lower leg and it immediately hurts. And I was like,
oh really?
Oh. Well, I guess it's still there. And he's like, yeah.
Your doctor was like, reality check.
Yeah, absolutely. Oop.
Stuck
well, that was
fingers
afterwards. That's like
leg.
a service that I pay for.
Hey, doc.
I need my fix.
I want the happy ending.
Oh, no. No.
And then he gave you a lolly. What happened to doctors giving lollipops?
Literally, I haven't seen a bowl of candies or lollipops with any doctors.
I think it's just a pediatrician?
It's probably big teeth.
Big teeth?
Yeah, you know, like you have big oil.
What?
Big oil?
What's big oil?
Like, well, you've never heard big oil before? Like the term for like big oil companies influencing politics and stuff.
Way. Yeah,
you have big oil, big pharma,
big teeth,
big tooth,
big tooth.
Probably
just one tooth.
Yeah, big tooth. That's like you will not give people candy because you're a medical professional.
I mean, doctors used to smoke cigarettes as well. They used to I think there was a commercial I've heard at some point. They were like, yes, 2 cigarettes a day will keep whatever problems you have away.
I remember this. I've seen this.
And then later they're like, oopsie, cancer.
A doctor with like a full like lab coat. Like,
yeah.
Turns out cancer.
I mean, apparently more people die of heart-related diseases instead of actual lung cancer because it just fucks up your arteries.
It's true. It's you shouldn't smoke.
I mean, it's your body. Who cares?
True. I mean, it's like saying you shouldn't run into oncoming traffic. It's your body, but you shouldn't do it.
Again.
But you technically can. I suppose.
It's your thing.
So that's what I did today. Got some painful reminders of my slow healing. But yeah, so that's what I did. And I did go to the gym today as well.
Wait.
Before.
Oh, before.
And I did not do leg day.
Okay, yeah. For a second there, I was like, you were overconfident.
I did a ton of squats with 500 kilograms, and I snapped in 2.
The bar snapped in 2, not you. Obviously,
I think we all snapped into.
You're
I think everyone
too strong, man. Yeah.
Everyone in the gym snapped into seeing me
simultaneously. Just
oh, that scares me, man.
Back.
People doing the really heavy lifts. Ooh, terrifying.
I've seen too many horrible videos, but
we've talked about this.
Yeah,
it scares me. I'm very much like I do gym at my at my pace. I'll just do the lighter weights. Thank you though. You do that. That's what I should say to someone that's like doing heavy lifts. Like, hey, good for you, man.
Just pat them on the back.
Yeah.
Well done
during the lift.
Well done. Yeah,
they'll appreciate it. I'm sure.
You want a sip of water? Just leave me alone.
It was great though. I went this morning and there was no one there. It was just like me and one other person.
What?
in the gym because I went at 8 a.m. like when they open up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you actually went 8 a.m.
Yeah,
Christ.
it was amazing.
Why?
I don't know, and I was weirdly like energy. I was weirdly energy. I was weirdly energy about
energy.
it. Yeah,
You just stormed into the
but
gym.
like weirdly, weirdly energy. So it's like
Yelling energy.
Yeah, it was good. Did I tell you about the time I saw someone in the gym with a T-shirt that said, "Don't spot me, I'm trying to die"? I think
Good.
about that T-shirt
Good.
every day.
It is a good T-shirt.
And then
A little bit too edgy, but good.
And then I saw that guy being spotted.
That's no.
Right?
Did you rip the T-shirt from his?
No, because he didn't have the
naked
T-shirt
body?
on at that point.
Oh,
But it was him. And I was this close to walking up to him and be like, "Hey, what is this?"
maybe he was having a good day.
Mental health.
Yes, gym health.
See, and this is why it's important. Looks at the camera.
Where?
I was like, "Nope, no.
Which camera? Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
God.
why it is so important to take care.
You're whispering again.
This is why.
Listen up, you little chodes.
me, a psychologist. This is why.
ahead.
I had nothing. I have nothing. This is
okay.
why it's so important to, I don't know, go to the gym.
It is important.
Default advice. Maybe I
yes.
should be a psychologist and just be like we did last time. You know, we were so like, oh my God, we're just saying
vague
standard stuff.
Fake standard stuff that
Just
everybody
be like,
already knows.
Oh, you're depressed? Try going for a walk. Have you tried yoga?
Move a little. No, yoga, please, no.
Have you tried it though?
Yes, and it's horrible.
Mental health.
Yes.
Yoga.
No.
Can be sad. Win Bendy. Can be sad. Win Bendy.
Debatable.
Win Bendy. Sadness.
No.
Absolutely.
Sadness increase.
Oh no, I'm too flexible.
I can see my own genitals.
They're so ugly.
Wrinkly. They're staring at me.
Why is there an eyeball in here? Oh God.
I think it winked.
Well, now I'm deeply unsettled.
Oh God.
Yoga is it's a lot, man.
It's not for me.
Yeah,
I know.
I've done it, and I definitely don't hate it, but I don't love it.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just wish it didn't exist.
That feels like hate to me.
I mean, did I say I didn't hate it?
Wait, what?
I loathe it.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
No,
I just wish it never existed.
people who do it, their own thing, but it's definitely not for me.
I thought you were going to make sweeping generalizations about people who do it. Go ahead, tell me, what are people like who do yoga?
I don't
Quickly.
care. I don't care for the people. All I care about is I'm not doing yoga ever.
Those two
Holy fuck.
yoga fans that were listening to this podcast right now.
They're gone.
1-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Are we streaming this on Apple Podcasts now?
I don't know. I don't know how podcasts
Hey,
work.
welcome, valued listener of Apple Podcasts. If you're doing yoga, get the fuck out of here.
Oh. And I'm Deemer.
If you're listening on Spotify, you're welcome to stay.
Except if you do yoga.
No, those people are cool. Welcome to gaslighting episode number 1.
I knew it was going to happen.
No, I'm not going to talk about
Oh,
it.
man. You've been edging me with this like gaslighting
I
drama
know.
in your life. And now you're just like, no.
Yes.
Now you're withholding.
I am
We are in a
very
weird-
much in a toxic relationship about that story with you. Yeah.
Yeah, you really are. You really are. It's, I mean, it's very exciting. I'm not going to lie.
I haven't been this hard in ages.
It's working for me.
Yeah.
But I respect your boundaries.
Thank
so
you.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
With this massive chode.
Nope.
No, for anybody who doesn't know, we never talked about it on the podcast, but there was just a thing that happened, gaslighting kind of situation. And 2 episodes ago, I wanted to talk about it to Deem, but I was like, no, I'm going to keep it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then we forgot to talk about it, or we didn't have time. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to talk the next sesh we do it. And the feeling of that annoyance kind of faded away, and I just resolved things. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's not relevant. And
now I'm here, just completely sweating with anticipation and getting nothing in return.
I left Deemer moist and ready, and I just like walked out of the room. That's it. I was like, bye. I'm gonna go have lunch.
I both
Enjoy.
enable you saying these things and deeply regret enabling you saying these things.
I know it's you hate to love it.
Yeah, not as much as you hate yoga.
yoga.
I think it's fine.
No,
It's like
it's fine,
I like
it's
I like. I mean, theoretically, I like sports where you don't have to go to a gym to do it. I think those are the best, like calisthenics. But then actually doing it, I hate.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
push-ups,
I understand. Yeah.
For some reason, my whole body is like, fuck this. Every time I do a push-up, my whole body's like,
Trembling.
ew. Absolutely. What is this? Like, yeah, like that.
Brother,
What is
that? Understandable.
yeah, that's. But I really like the idea of it. But yeah, it's the same like running. I love the idea of running. Like, all you need is a good pair of shoes. Great, you can do it anywhere. Actually, running though,
A point about running is actually not that good. After a certain
True,
age,
yeah.
it just deteriorates your body more than it gives you benefits. I mean, if you're doing it towards a goal, if you're like, I'm going to do a marathon or I want to improve my general condition, like heart rate, good. But like losing weight, the worst thing that you can do.
I thought you said genital condition.
Genital condition?
Yeah, you want to improve your genital condition?
Oh, no, it will worsen it. The
It will
chafing,
worsen
man.
your genital. Oh,
The
it will. It
chafing.
will worsen your genital
Yes.
condition. You're right.
Oh, no, don't get me started on chafings. Whew.
Would you ever do a marathon?
It's funny because I've seen many like TikToks and Instagrams about like people who's like, why is it when you turn 30, everybody suddenly starts doing marathons?
So fucking true. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm like, why is it so
Holy
accurate?
shit.
Why is everybody running marathons?
I really feel like it's the last hurrah of like, I'm still
Yeah.
young, I can still do things, and it's either you do it or you don't, and then you live with the results.
And then you can say, I did a marathon.
yeah, when
and
you're
then you
like
just-
60, hey, hi son, I did a marathon once, and it's like, sure, dad, let's get you to bed.
Let me get. Let me get you up from the ground because you can't stand anymore.
Because you keep falling down.
You fucked up your knees by
Exactly.
doing that marathon.
Yeah. No, but would you?
No, I don't see the purpose.
Honestly, same.
Literally, I don't.
I don't think I have the desire in me to
No.
run a marathon at all.
If I didn't know about like the drawbacks of running at our age,
Yeah.
I would have maybe considered it at some point because the charity thing that we did
Yeah.
for our company,
That was kind of good.
we did a collective marathon, was it?
Yeah, called the E10, where basically you're a group and you each run, I think it's an entire marathon.
Not each, but like collectively run a marathon.
Where you
Christ.
each run an entire marathon. What? What did I say?
What happened?
What do you mean? That's what we did, remember? I talked to someone who recently did a marathon. That's why I'm like, oh, we should. I want to know what your opinion is on marathons.
That person listening right now is like, what the fuck? They're talking about me.
They'll never listen to this. They shouldn't. If you're listening to this, you have so many better things to do. So many better things to do.
Running marathon, for example.
But
Another one.
they said that it was fine until like the halfway point, and then it got like really bad, and in the end it was just miserable, like painful, horrible. Like your whole body is like, please God, stop. And apparently when it was done, he was like gray, like his skin was like gray. He was like,
What?
He just wanted to lie down immediately. He was just like dead.
Did that person not take the necessary precautions? to
They
do a
did. They
marathon?
did a lot of practicing, building
I
up
like
to it, like a lot.
Food intake and
they
stuff?
did everything
Okay,
right.
that's scary.
And exactly. And they were like, it was horrible. They were really proud that they did it, but they were like, I never
Why?
want to do this again. Yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos as well of people are like, this is me before the marathon. And then halfway through, they're just like crying and they're just like hugging their family that's supporting them like in the halfway point. And they're like, oh, everything
I
hurts.
can't do this.
And then just flash forward to like the end. They're just like not talking anymore. Just
exactly.
like filming like half dead.
Yeah, it's
So,
horrible.
yeah, no,
Not good.
No, thank you.
Not
No,
good.
I'm very good not doing a marathon.
Well, it's a shame because I subscribed us to do the marathon.
Good luck.
Us, we need to do it together.
I'll support you.
Holding
on-
hands the whole time.
just crying.
I need your support.
5 kilometers in, just like dying.
I'm seeing it now. It's hilarious.
The caskets are waiting
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end,
yeah,
at the
yeah.
finish line, basically.
Yeah, literally. No, not for me. Not for me.
No, definitely.
Marathons?
No.
I'm
Walking,
okay.
Walking.
Walking
yes.
is good. Walking is really good. We're like big walkie boys.
Yes,
We're
because
big walkie fans.
walkie fans, walkie-talkie fans.
Walkie
Good.
Phoenix?
Walking fiends. But no, yeah, if you want to lose weight and you're thinking like, I'm gonna go for a jog, don't. just walk. Like
Oh.
I've seen so many people who are like clearly overweight and they're trying to do some sport, and
Stop dragging me.
I've seen no. You're in
Obese.
shape.
Oh. Okay.
You're fit.
Go on.
Fat percentage almost none.
Yeah, this is definitely true.
But yeah, people who are already overweight, they are already like carrying that much weight, and if you run, that impact of that weight is just like it crushes down on your knees, on your spine. It's ridiculous.
Which will give you injuries, which will cause you to stop moving, which is exactly.
And it just
walking
your progress.
Walking is great, but again, I walked and stress fracture. So, what is your theory, Mister Doctor Sov?
According to Dr. Sov's research, you've also been intensely going to the gym, so I think those two things can like correlate.
When did you research this, doctor? how did you know this?
Me in the corner, like, I see him doing deadlifts.
Do you remember seeing this box that said "Don't look at me," and then it had like a cutout for eyes?
Like,
was that you?
Not Sov.
Yeah, not Dr. Sov. Was that you?
Maybe.
I had an inkling, but I was like, no, that would be too much. Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid? Or Metal Gear Solid? That's the whole, every time I think about the concept of someone hiding in a box, so it's that. Because it's just the concept of walking around with a box.
I've seen so many like cosplays on like Comic-Con type events, just like a box.
And then like two legs. It's very good. It's very good. Maybe that's what I should cosplay. I've never done a proper cosplay.
Ooh.
Would
you like to?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if I have the
energy.
Yeah, I guess like or maybe the desire to really go like full cosplay.
You have the creativity because you are a creative mind.
In theory, yes.
Mm-hmm. In
practice, who knows? I don't even know what I would want to cosplay as.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah. Like, do you have a character that you? Two things. A character that you would like to cosplay is a start. And the second one is also what would fit your body type the most.
So I wanted to do one back when Overwatch was not garbage. Well, it was always a little bit garbage, but back when it wasn't garbage.
Reaper?
Yes.
Hey,
didn't we talk about this? I think we might have.
Might have, yes.
Because I think it's and I might be completely wrong, but I think it's a relatively easy cosplay.
If you have the props, yes.
You need two big guns. It could be like two big Nerf guns that you add on to and paint and whatever. And you need a mask that you can make, and that's like the bulk of it. And then you need, of course, the rest of it.
He also has claws.
I guess depending on skins, I assume. I don't know. I don't remember.
Just the default skin.
Yeah. That's the first one I think of because I think that's the only one that I ever considered doing.
Yeah.
But other than that, I truly have no idea. I guess like for Halloween, I cosplay as Ghostface.
That's more,
That I've done. But that's just
it's just mask.
I have the mask. I have like a cloak. I have like.
It's more dressing up. Cosplaying as actually perfecting a character or trying to.
Yeah,
approach.
definitely.
Yeah.
Although I remember the first time I did the Ghostface outfit, and I just kept the mask on when we were heading towards the party, and we were on the metro. And it was me and some other weird guy that was also dressed up, and we were basically like trying to like weird each other out the whole time. It was really funny. Yeah. So I guess there's some element of cosplay within me, really deeply though, really like seedling. In the back, somewhere in the back, like very very underwatered.
I mean, everybody likes dressing up at some point, so it's just capitalizing on that. I think.
I don't know what I would do as a cosplay. Truly, I don't.
I'm just thinking about like a long slinky boys, but
Slender Man.
I mean, it would work.
I mean, it's easy. It's just I just wear a suit.
You also have to wear like
a white face
bodysuit. No,
like a
morph suit.
Yeah, like a white morph suit. I guess
white morph suit, and possibly lengthen your arms somehow.
Do people still know about
Slender Man?
I feel like that's completely gone.
I haven't seen them in facts or anywhere like in cosplay.
One that I really like is Pyramid Head.
Oh yeah,
that's always a really good one.
But that's a very difficult one.
If I would and could ever, maybe if I consistently go to the gym for the next 2 years, develop enough of a like strong upper body, I feel like that would work as well because I'm quite tall.
Yeah,
as a cosplay, but you do need to be like you need to have a scary physique.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the whole thing. Is like he's
very muscular,
really ominous. Yeah, that's one that I always really admire when people do it. And there was one, I think from like World of Warcraft or Warcraft 3 or whatever character, like one of those like
Lich King.
No, one of those like elves, with like the really long eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
There was someone who dressed up as I'm not even sure which character, but it was really well done. It was really like impressive technically how they did it. That's one that I also really remember quite vividly.
Yeah,
I also enjoy the, the occasional like swapped version of a character, like the gender swap, for example, like a male Misty. For me, that's always really funny. Yeah. So I like
if it's
those
done
as well.
it's fun to see as well.
Yeah. I think those are like some of the ones that I remember most. But I know you've done a few.
Yeah, I've done a couple.
Pyramid Head.
Pyramid Head. No, every single time to come back like to the Pyramid Head. Scary, first of all. Like he's
really scary.
2 meters tall at least.
Yeah.
And also that's a cosplay that you have to drag around literally because his head is ginormous.
Yeah. And also the sword is huge.
Yeah, but I don't care which material you make it out of, it's still heavy. It looks still heavy.
And I feel like the sword needs to, at the very least, convincingly look heavy. Because if it's just like, then it completely shatters the illusion. What makes it so weird is that he's like dragging this thing behind him.
Just a scrap of metal that's pretend to be a sword.
Yeah.
It is scary. But
it's a good one.
I've did a couple, or I tried at least. I did a lot of Joker, like different iterations. Just one Jared Leto before the movie actually came out.
Yeah.
No, because like before the movie came out, the trailers or just like the sneak peeks were just like, okay, it's interesting. There's a kind of a relationship with Harley Quinn, and they might explore that. And I was like actually hyped for the movie. And then before that, I dressed up, and my girlfriend dressed up as Harley Quinn, and it was a good combo. And I think they also like filmed this a little bit for like the promo of the Comic-Con that we went to. But then when the movie came out, I was like, oh, so sad. They butchered the character.
Didn't they have like a sort of in the comics like an almost abusive relationship, those two?
Oh yeah,
remember,
they have a very abusive relationship. But also like weirdly good at some points.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like fully abusive, like not toxic, but just like sometimes it's just very good. And in some iterations,
sometimes it's really bad.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just horrible. It's just like very high level abusive.
Because you mentioned it as a couple's outfit, and I'm always like, wait, but is that good or bad? You know what I mean? Like, are they okay? But you guys were okay.
But like, I felt like in the Suicide Squad version, there was some abuse in a way, toxic wise, but more they tried to portray them like as a power couple more. I felt like it, or in the trailers anyway. In the movie, I felt like it just.
But they seemed somewhat equal at least.
Yeah, and they didn't give Joker enough screen time, and they just like used him as a side character and just butchered the whole Jared Leto approach. Because it would have been kind of good if they gave it a good approach. But yeah, that aside, I am not gonna say obsessed with Joker character, but it's easier to do and more interesting, like in the makeup wise.
Yeah.
Because for the next Comic-Con, I think I'm gonna try it one last time. The Dark Knight one, I forgot. Jared Leto. No, not Jared Leto. God damn it. Why did I forget his name? Heath Ledger.
There
Holy
we go.
shit.
Look at me not helping you.
Yeah.
My brain was also like Jared Leto, Jared Leto.
I know, right?
That's not
My
it.
brain was stuck on Jared Leto for some reason. Heath Ledger one. This facts, I tried with like liquid latex. The scars were horrible.
Yeah.
It was not good. It felt like a weird cakey thing, and at the end of it, it's just falling off because I was sweating.
Fair enough.
And now I'm gonna try with, it's called liquid glue, but like face glue. And if you put it on your skin, it dries up. But when it dries, it just like scrunches up your skin a little bit. So it makes for convincing scars. So I'm gonna maybe try that as a final like hurrah to the Joker. And then like for Halloween,
I really like Ghostface though. I've done it twice already, and I know that's kind of not done as doing the same thing twice.
Oh no, it is definitely.
But it's
done.
such a classic. It's so good.
Keep it alive.
The only problem is when you're like indoors at the party with the mask on. It's like, oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah,
I can't drink. I can't do anything. You're just like,
that's my main problem because I also love masks. But it just limits you. Like if you take it off, your character's
exactly.
gone.
If I take off the Ghostface mask, it's like, well, I'm just a guy
dressed in a weird gown,
in a bit of a cloak, and that's it. It no longer makes any sense.
That's why I like makeup more. Like I've done multiple times. Like I also done It, the clown from It. Like an iteration, for Halloween I did a mashup between the It and also IT Crowd. So I like dressed up as a nerd and with the
terrifying
makeup on it and just like a sticker like, does it have you tried turning it off and on again? Generally just I like putting on like theatrical makeup. Makes more sense saying that.
But you've never done any theater. Well, I mean, I guess you have that a little bit in you because you're also
Theater.
you do like YouTube and stuff. So I guess you're more used to
the stage.
Sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know if that's something you've ever considered.
At some point, yes. Like we talked about, like if I haven't ended up where I'm currently at, I might have tried like
acting or something.
Because at school, in our last year, we did like plays. We got a production like for 3 or 4 people, and then you make up a play or just recreate something, and then you have to actually perform in front of your class, like on a stage and stuff like that.
You have to make your own play or recreate one?
We could choose. I think one time we just did something that already existed, like a very small bit, because it was like maximum 15 minutes or something like that. And then at some point we just wrote some silly stories or did a small act. And then before that, I hated it. Like the leading up to and then just stress of like knowing that people might judge you. But once I was on the stage and doing it, I fully enjoyed it and it was just cool. Nice. And I liked it. So that's why I'm like, yeah, why not?
This is the future for you. You're going to be accepting Oscars in about, I want to say 15 years from now.
Yes, thank you. I would like to thank Deem for reigniting my fire.
Believing in me.
The passion
I would
in
like
the podcast, One Corner Missing.
I would like to thank not only God, but Jesus.
Oh, that acceptance speech of Snoop Dogg. I don't know how it went, but like at the end he was like, yes, and the most important person I would like to thank is me for believing in me. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, dude.
That's incredible.
That was good.
I love Snoop Dogg. I do. I just do. There's something about him. I'm just like, yeah, that really works for me.
I mean, if you fully want to get cancelled, you could cosplay as Snoop Dogg.
I could not cosplay as Snoop Dogg, and I will not, and I do have no desire to do so.
Just put in dreads.
No.
Full blackface.
No. What? No, what?
Instant
cancel. All right, well, that's the end of the episode. Look at that. 54 minutes. We're done. Bye. You did this.